Hey guys, back with another video for you. This is going to be on a lot of it's going to be hesitations and all. When you go to touch the gas and it just wants to fall on its face, that's a stumble, usually a lean stumble. When you mash the gas and you get more of just a lag and then it goes on, usually that's too much fuel on the. It's not always, but usually that's the way it works. When you get in a lean condition, usually on a lean stumble, it just falls on its face. Might backfire through the carburetor, might not. Might cut off, might not. This is a typical Holley carburetor, and I'm going to show you. This is a 750, 4779 double pumpers. When you set up your carburetor, the last thing you want to do after you rebuild it, and we're going to do some rebuild. Last thing you want to do when you rebuild your carburetor, the very last thing, you want to get your idle pretty close, and then the very last thing you want to do is set this pump clearance. You do not want this clearance here. That'll cause a stumble big time, because you'll move that throttle so far like that for it to ever start moving that arm, and then you don't have no fuel coming in from your pump shot. So what we're going to do, we're going to adjust that, and the way this works, it actually works kind of the opposite you think. You loosen it up to take the clearance out of it. You hold the bottom 3/8 bolt and you loosen it. I use a nut driver. You can use 2 wrenches.
You got one finger in the way a little bit. Okay. There you go.
All right, now I'm going to come on down till there's no clearance. All right, I have no clearance there. Now you want to go wide open throttle and make sure you got a little bit of play like that. 10, 15 thousandths of play where you're not bottoming it out. All right, that pretty much takes care of it. Now what we want to do, when we get it back on the car and we got it running, we cut it off, then we're going to touch the throttle. Then we want to make sure out of both sides of this accelerator pump discharge nozzle, we want to see fuel squirt. The minute we touch it, I want to see fuel start squirting out of it. Now, I've had them come in with one squirting, one stopped up. That'll cause a hesitation. And then if it's both of them are clear, you got it all good, you got the linkage set up right where you have no clearance between the pump and the arm, then you want to, if you still got a lean spot, the motor seems to be running okay, you got to adjust it right and check your timing before you go into the carburetor. Make sure your timing is right. In other words, you want to make sure it's got the right initial timing. You want to make sure it's got the advance come in as you speed the motor up. You want to see it get a total. Motors are different. 32 to 38 is most common. Could be 30 to 38, but in that area, it's got to have some. It's definitely got to have some advance. If it don't have advance and you have the initial timing close, then you're going to have a problem there. So you need to correct all these before you go to the carburetor. All right, what we're going to do. We're going to first, what we do is next thing we're going to do to the carburetor is we're going to check the float level. We're going to take this little screw out the side. This is the actual fuel float level screw. We're going to take it out. And we're going to look down in there with it setting level. Let's say the motor's setting level like this. And if we bump the side of the car, we want to see fuel come out of here, out of this little hole. Now, if it's already coming out, it's too high, loosen up your screw and screw it down, and then tighten it back up, and then crank the motor back up, let it set. If you have an electric pump, you can just turn the pump on and leave it on and set it. But when you get it down below where it's not running out, then you nudge the side of the fender a little, and if it comes out, you got it just right. So then we're going to go from there. We've already checked our timing. We made sure our advance is pretty good, and all that's correct. Now, if we still got a stumble, the next thing I would go to, now this is all saying that we're not skipping, we didn't have a dead cylinder or anything like that. And everything's up to par the best we can tell. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this pump and be careful on the car. When you take this pump out, this nozzle, discharge nozzle, be careful because there's a check weight in there. It's a weight and a check. It's one piece. It's a tapered. Here's one right here, in fact. This is what it looks like. It's flat on one end.
Let me get it close up.
And it's tapered on the other.
There you go.
And that's what it looks like. Now, what I like to do is I'll take the pump, I'll take the nozzle out and I'll look at it and see what number it is. This is a 25. Can you see that, cameraman?
Let's see if I can get in on it. Hold on 1 second. Yep.
Okay, that's the number 25. That means it's 25 thousandths. Each one of these holes right here are 25 thousandths. Now, that don't always go true. And in fact, I'm one that does a lot of it. If I know I'm at a 25 and it don't have enough pump shot, it's not coming off the line nice and crisp, I'm gonna drill that one out more than likely. The chances of having the exact one you need, you can go down to the store and do it that way if you want to. You could go to a 28, but you really need a set of these pin gauges. They're not that expensive on eBay, and they go in thousandths of an inch. They go everywhere from 11 thousandths all the way to 60, and they go in 1/1000th increments. So they're real, very close. I mean, they're just, trust me, they're very close. And you want to, this one says 25. Well, let's put a 25 in there. Okay, there's a 25. We slide it in there, and it's a little loose. Somebody might have drilled this one. I'm gonna go at 27. Oh, look at there. 27 goes right in. 28. It's still loose. I'm going to go up to a 30. There it is. I can feel that snug on it right there. So, see, if I went 3 thousandths up and went and got a 28, I'd have been smaller than what I was to start with. And a lot of people do this. A lot of people. So, don't always take it for granted. These are like $30, $35, and they come in handy. If you hold on to them, they come in handy on a Holley everywhere.
And
checking.
We'll put a link down in the description.
Well, I'll get into that showing you the different things you need to check on a Holley to balance everything out. And you use those little pin gauges to do it. So I'm going to take this one, and I'm probably going to get a drill bit. Well, I've got a ton of different size drill bit. And I'm going to drill it out to probably a 33, 34. Now, once you go over, if you get in a situation where you got a big carburetor and a big motor and you need 40 thousandths, somewhere around there, after you get over about 38 to 40, you need to go change it to a 50cc pump diaphragm is the safest way to do it. You got to change this arm. It takes a special arm. It takes a different cap. It's deeper. That's all the thing different about it. A different spring. All right, we got a different spring. We got a different pump. We got a different housing, and then we got a different arm. And after you get that on there, you're good. I mean, takes a little doing to do it, but it works. But now, this one, I'm sure if I went from a 30 to a 33, 34, I probably wouldn't have a bit of trouble. And the hesitation would be gone, and we'd be good. There's one thing I want to show you on this real quick, is this check valve. I'm going to dump it out here. All right, here's the check valve. Now, when I use these, I like to use the stainless steel one to do this with, but I'll slip it in there. And this is a little tapered area down at the very bottom. You can't see it, but it matches this. I'll stick this counterweight in there. Then I'll take me a small punch. Now, don't get heavy-handed here, guys. Just get it right in the center and a little tap like that's all you need. You don't want to damage that. You just want to make sure you got that seats concentric and there ain't nothing in there that's keeping it from sealing up good. When you squirt fuel, when you mash this gas, it pushes that diaphragm in and it sends the fuel up to the metering block, through the metering block to this passage. Now, when the fuel comes up, when you get fuel up to the pump, that check has to stop it right there. It has to hold what's above it and below it, because if it's not sealing, it'll let it drain, try to drain part of it right back in the diaphragm before it fills up from the bowl. It will drain some back, and you'll get a hesitation from that. And it won't be nothing you done wrong. You'll just move the throttle. The arm will be moving like it's supposed to be, but it won't be first half an inch of movement of the throttle. You won't get no fuel out of here because the check is not working. Okay, now that that's going to cover a lot of different things right there with the Holleys and some of these carburetors, Motorcrafts. They got diaphragms. Some of them's got cups. The 4354 barrel and the 4300 both run. Those are both 4-barrel Motorcraft. They both use rubber cup diaphragms, and they go bad. They just start squirting part of the time and not. You just got to take the top off, get a top gasket, the diaphragm, little cup, and put it in there. But all of them usually have a check. I mean, very few don't have either got a check ball or either they got this type of Holley check that I just showed you in here. And when you get through that, usually you're going to get out of your stumble. Now, there's other things can cause it, but the slipped, if we have an old dampener that slipped, your timing ain't right, that'll cause it to be late. And late ignition timing, guys, will bring your exhaust temperature up every time. It's firing late, the fuel, part of the fuel is going out into the header or to the manifold, and then the manifold's at night and it's burning in there, and the header will it'll glow orange. I've seen exhaust manifolds, big exhaust manifolds glow orange from not having no mechanical advance or real late ignition timing. All right, guys, that's just a quick one. I know I could sit here and talk for 2 hours on hesitations, but we can't do this. We're going to do small videos where you can watch them and move to the next one. But y'all guys stay safe and be good, and please like and comment, subscribe. I'd appreciate it if you like these videos, and leave us anything at the bottom. I'm trying to work on getting an 850 base plate where I can show you how to change it from put an 850 base plate on a 750 body, and I think y'all really like that. But anyway, guys, be good, and we'll see you at the next video.